being gentle can actually break a bone or a neck. And the story of Esther is a perfect example. Esther was a Jewish orphan, and she was entered into a royal beauty pageant of sorts for the king at the time. And it was here that the king saw her and really liked her and chose her to be the literal queen of Persia.
For I have never seen such a radiant beauty before.
Esther had been adopted by her cousin Mordecai, who worked in the palace, but he had an op. One of the king's top dons, Haman, had it out for Mordecai simply because Mordecai didn't want to bow down to him. Haman's hatred was so much that it wasn't enough to just Mordecai and be done with it. He wanted all of Mordecai's people to suffer, so he basically convinced the king to set a date of mass execution. Naturally, everyone started stressing, and Mordecai was like to Esther, you need to go and plead with the king to stop this. And Esther was a bit reluctant, not because she didn't want to save her people, but because going to see the king uninvited could result in the death penalty. And Mordecai reminded her that God might have made her queen for this exact moment. And Esther was like, you know what, Fairs, pray and fast with me and I'll go and see the king. If I perish, I perish.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
So she goes to see the king, scared for her life. But the king really liked Esther, so he pardoned her offense. In fact, he was like, what is it that you want? Even if you want half of the kingdom, I'll give it to you. And she, being very demure, very mindful, was like, I want to invite you and Haman to a banquet tonight. So the king and Haman went to the banquet. Everything was good. And again, the king was like, okay, but what do you really want though? Let me know what you want. Esther was like, okay, I want to invite you and Haman to another banquet tomorrow. Went to the banquet again the next day. And the king again was like, my love, just let me know what it is that you want. And finally, she was like, there is somebody that is planning to kill me, and not only me, but my people, and it's stressing me out. And the king was like,
say what?
Who would even dare to do that? And she was like, he's sitting right in this room. It's Haman. He is threatening to kill me and my people.
Outrageous!
And of course, the king was outraged and condemned Haman to death by hanging. The poetic justice in this is that Haman was killed on the exact same contraption that he had custom made to kill Mordecai on.
Oh!
But anyway, that just goes to show how